Okay,
3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, welcome to Council.
Okay.
I want to disown this mentee. Hi guys, welcome to Council Talks. I'm Jolene, the department head of the Department of Social Relations.
I'm Celeste, a department member of the Department of Social Relations.
Hi, I'm CE, President of the Polytechnic High School Students Council.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashley, the Secretary of the Polytechnic High School Students Council.
Hi, I'm Chris, Department Head of Department of School Spirit.
Hi, I'm Leroy from Department of School Spirit.
Today, we'll be playing a game to answer a few questions about the High School Students Council. Here are the rules.
Okay, so each player will draw 3 cards from the cameraman. Then players will choose a question from the card on their hands to ask the other player. Players will also be given a switch card each, so they can switch the card with the other player to hear their answers instead.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Oops, I got 4. Okay.
I think the question is quite interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
So what is your most favorite event or initiative you've done in council?
I don't think it's necessarily my favorite because I have many events that I really like when I'm in council. I think one of the most memorable ones would probably be the 2021 Set 1 orientation, where I was facilitator com head. Yeah, so why was it one of the most memorable and one of my favorite events was actually because everything was going well until because of the pandemic. Then there were some sudden changes like 1 to 2 weeks before orientation. We were pretty stressed at that point of time because like we didn't handle that kind of things before, and it's like 1 to 2 weeks before orientation. If we were to make any major changes, we need a lot of time, and we were really scared that we couldn't make the changes in time. Then the Set 1s, they wouldn't have a good orientation experience lah. So with the support of my friends and the teachers, we managed to solve the problem very quickly 1 to 2 weeks before orientation and managed to deliver orientation well, and we were really happy to see the happy faces of our Set 1 juniors when they finished orientation. Yeah, they really told us that they enjoyed orientation very well, which is also something that I really appreciated lah after orientation. Yeah.
What do you think is the most difficult part about being a counselor?
The first thing that came to mind was definitely living a somewhat balanced life, because as a student firsthand, right, we have to juggle our academics and also social life with the added-on responsibilities of being a counselor, right? It really uses up a lot of energy sometimes. But at the end of the day, I feel like counsel is more rewarding because of how much time and effort I put into counsel, right? I really learned how to prioritize certain things, and with this kind of skills, I'm pretty sure like a lot of us will be able to do very well in the future.
How do you cope with council and other commitments?
Okay, actually this question is slightly complicated because throughout like my journey in council especially, like I've been like coping with a lot of different like commitments and a lot of different other things that I set for other than council. So I feel that as like my friend once said, right, they say to be a leader of like other people, right, firstly you need to be a leader of yourself, which like links back to the value of self-discipline. I feel like a lot of things, right, kind of boils down to how disciplined you are and to putting your priorities right. At least that was what I learned like throughout my years of like coping with like so many commitments. And I think a lot of it is also about, you know, telling other people and to really know that it's okay on days that where you cannot cope, and to let the people working with you, right, know that you need some help on this thing. So something I've also learned, right, is to not be afraid to seek help. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the times, right, when I feel a bit under the weather and I feel like I really cannot cope with the work that I have to do, then I'll just reach out to like my other council friends or reach out to the people working on the project, right, and they are more than willing to help. So that is like one of the more significant kind of like lessons that I've learned like, throughout my council journey. Yeah. Who's your biggest inspiration in council?
Sadly, it's not you, even though you're my mentor. I think the biggest inspiration in council is the teacher who I interacted with most lah. So it's Mr. Zhou. Because I was in Maycom for orientation in 2022, I got a lot of opportunities to interact with Mr. Zhou. So throughout this entire process, he was really very caring and very nice when interacting with us. So he, apart from the work, he also really took care of our welfare because he kept asking telling us like 辛苦了, then like telling us to rest more. So we're all very appreciative of that. Then as to why he's an inspiration, I think it's because I know he has a lot to do. He seems very stressed most of the time also. But when he interacts with us, he still brings out that kind of professionalism and that kind of unique humor which we also like a lot. So I think that is really very amazing for me. Yeah.
Okay, so for you, when was the moment you took the most pride in being a councillor?
I think definitely secondary 1 orientation or any other like events or initiatives that we do. Usually we get to see the impact that our work has on other people. So for example, like seeing your family look through like the work that you do, and then like they look at it and they're like, wow, you're doing all this, so cool. Or like when your friends support you and say like 加油, that kind of thing for your events. And then or maybe seeing like, for example, like the student body reacting to the work that you do and seeing that it has like an impact on them, like whether it makes them like joyful or whether they learn about new things. Yeah, I think that's a very fulfilling feeling.
What is the biggest mistake you made in council?
Oh man, I think one of the very big mistakes that I definitely like have learned a lot from, right, would be like thinking that being people-centric and work-centric, right, are like two things that are mutually exclusive. Funny story, right? When we were planning orientation together, because she was the chairperson and I was the vice chairperson, right, we had a very big fight because when we have disagreed opinions, right, then we try to discuss it through WhatsApp, and then you can see like long messages that we send to each other, and then what I forgot, right, is that actually being a friend and being a so-called colleague, right, is like are things that are interconnected, and it all like adds up to being like a friend or like to our friendship as a whole. And it's not like in council she's not my friend, she's only like my colleague. After that whole incident, then we fight, then we make up already, right? It's definitely one of the things that I remember like very clearly. So yeah, what I've learned is that actually like being people-centric and work-centric, right, are things that go together and you don't actually have to give up one for the other.
Okay, then I'll ask the next question. So why do you choose to join council?
For me, I think one of the biggest reasons why I chose to join council is my own secondary 1 orientation. So when I was Sec 1, I think my Sec 3 and 4 facilities, they really inspired me a lot. When I first stepped into this school, they were my first touch point and they really introduced me around in the school and made me have a sense of belonging to this school like very quickly. So I'm really thankful for them, and I think they really inspired me a lot. So they really inspired me to join council and also to be a facilitator to inspire my juniors to get to know the school better and like the school more. Yeah, so I think this was my biggest reason why I wanted to join council. And after I joined council, I think I really met a lot of different people and I really had the passion to serve the school more. What kind of opportunities has council provided for you to grow and develop yourself as a leader?
Actually, I want to hear your answer instead. So can I use the switch card?
Yeah.
Then I think you answer.
I think like council, right, it has really provided me with a variety of platforms and opportunities for me to leverage on and to grow as a leader. I think like firstly, like when I first joined as a councillor, I remember I was in the Department of School Spirit, and back then it was like still pre-COVID times, so I could work on a TGIF blackboard every week. And I still remember that time where I was like in charge of playing the songs, making sure the PA system was okay in the canteen on Fridays mornings to ensure that everyone like can hear the music inside the canteen. And I feel like along the way, like internally in council, we also have a lot of like different initiatives. I would say that like this term, in the 43rd term, right, we had the different master classes, which really kind of developed the soft skills and like the hard skills of the councillors. And I think they were very helpful, like even for me. and also like the mentor-mentee system that we kind of have like inside our council, right? I think to have like a mentor or have a senior to be beside you and guide you, right, as a leader, it was a very enriching experience for me in the sense that I really learned a lot from my seniors, from like the different councillors and their different perspective on what is it like being a leader. I think I had very good mentors throughout my past 2 terms in HSSC, and I've really gained a lot of like new insights from them. And through like my experience in SC, right, I feel that there are a lot of opportunities that everyone can leverage on if you join council to really learn and grow more about the different values that you need as a leader. Yeah.
How do you think you've changed after joining council?
Okay, so for a bit of context, I've been in council since I joined council at the end of Sec 1. So that's like, I'm J1 now. Total of 3 years plus in council. And I would say at the very, very beginning, right, I was a very impulsive person. And I acted a lot on my feelings. And I took everything quite personally, I would say. So from then until now, council has really helped me mature my thinking process, because at a certain point, right, you will have a very, very steep learning curve. Then from then on, you kind of be like so smooth sailing, like ups and downs. But for me, my learning curve was at the very, very beginning. So because of that, I really took time to like slow down and reflect. And because of this reflection, right, now I more consciously tell myself to put more thought before I do or say something, because really, like what you said, there's a big impact that we can make on the student body and also like on the people around us because of this. So I think after joining council, I've become a more thoughtful person, and I'm more aware, more conscious of how my actions may impact others.
Okay. Why do you think others should join council?
I think that council provides a lot of opportunities, right, that you can't really find elsewhere, I think, because I would say that council is a platform, right, where you can really keep trying and trying and trying. And I feel that with every step that you take in council, right, every new initiative that you try, right, you'll always learn something about yourself. In terms of like a leader, in terms of like being a group. Like, every time you do something, then you learn something new, right? These are all skills that are always applicable outside of council. And I also think that like council is a place where you can find like very close friends, because like, you know, we call like very often, then sometimes after the call you just kind of like stay back and then you call until like midnight, or like sometimes after meetings, you know, we just go for dinner. So yeah, definitely council is a place where you can grow as a person, and also you can like find forever friends, I would say. Okay, I think this question is quite like a wrap up to everything that we said today. So I think throughout my term in council, right, you really get to meet a lot of good people, and like all my batchmates, all the juniors, all the seniors that I've interacted with are all very hardworking, very passionate and very dedicated people. And I think that through knowing them, I've learned a lot, and it's really inspired me to firstly keep going in council, and also to like motivated me to be a better person and do better in everything I do, because they're such a huge source of like inspiration for me. And the people that you get to know really become a very strong pillar of support. Yeah, and lastly, I think that council is a very good place for you to improve yourself as a person, because you get to take up this commitment and you really learn to be more aligned with your beliefs, and you will always constantly want to improve yourself as a person. So I think that not only can you learn relationships, you can gain a lot of other soft skills and a lot of people from, yeah.
Okay, so we have our last question. Oops, upside down. What does council mean to you in one word?
I think for me it means unity, passion,
Smart,
Growth.
family.
My happy place.
See you you in council soon. Bye bye. See you at the 44th council intake. Bye bye.
See you in council.